So this is the story 4 for our history class. The story for the 4th unit that we have. First I wanted to talk about the Dawnland movie and the readings about the TRC and the Reach. Both of which, well, all 3 of which nearly brought me to tears. I knew that the indigenous communities of America have suffered. We've learned about that throughout this class, but this kind of thing, it felt like something taking place under our noses. Even though, I wasn't even alive while most of it happened, and it definitely wasn't something that I could have helped with. I didn't even know about it. So, learning about it later, I don't know, it's hard, It gave me the same kind of feeling that I felt at the Dwayne Toma talk, right before he told the story about the boy and the bull. When the narrator described the facility that he and the children were living in, there was this horror at the circumstances and how the kids were treated. And with the Dawnland movie, it wasn't just heartbreaking for the kids, but for the parents and those who were impacted by the children being taken away. There's this one scene where they talk about how children were at the center of a tribe society, that they have biological parents, but are basically all the children are the children of the village, not just of one or two parents, I don't know if I talked about it in my last story. I don't think I did. But I loved learning about medicinal plants when Kathleen Miller came into class, and that aspect of spirituality in Native culture. I actually talked to Kathleen later because I have an internship with her, and we talked about how there's this added connection to plants, and having knowledge of the plants gives you knowledge of the land. This connection, connecting to the plants, connecting means you're more connected to the land and the nature that allows it to grow. I understand it very well, but it's likely that there's this deeper connection that comes from the whole concept being a super important part of Native culture, and it makes so much more sense, hearing it now, why the Native people are so connected to their land and their rivers. The land is like their family and friends. It's something they live off of and take care of in return. And as I was writing this, I recognized these words that I'm telling you because I've heard them from actual Native people when they talk about the land, when they talk about how they feel connected to it, how it's like their family. But it's difficult to understand it rather than just know it, And I don't think I understand exactly, but So the last thing was in our last class. Yes, our last class, we did a peer review of our articles. And that was actually, I dislike peer review in general, but reading the other group's articles was pretty nice because it gave us a chance to gave us a chance to kind of gauge where we are, where the other groups were. And I don't mean for that to sound judgmental or insecure or anything. But it was nice to see what they discussed, what they were learning about and researching. And in the last class session, going over our article with Professor DeCoster and the editors came in, it gave me this reassurance about where we are and how we're going to proceed. I was a little worried about where we were. I don't know why, because I read over the article and I thought it was good, but maybe it's just a little bit of, maybe it's just anxiety or something. Anyways, that is what I want to talk about. Those are my big takeaways from this unit. And yeah. All right. See you later.